Welcome to Uncensored Friday. This is your boy Nana Poku Hitzfield. Earlier on, I came on, but we had a few glitches, so we had to log out and come back. How are you feeling, this guy today? How are you guys feeling? Today we have an action-packed show. As I said earlier on, Ralf Rangnick just completed his press conference, his final press conference as a Manchester United boss, and the final press conference of such a disastrous season. But first of all, we'll be talking about the act of giving and my own personal testimony with that phrase, give and it shall be given unto you. I've had my own testimony and personal experience with it. So I'm going to share you that story. And shout outs to the people of Dar es Salaam, to the people of Abuja, across Africa, Kigali, Kenya, Banjul, Freetown, Accra, Lome, everybody across the African continent and across the globe. This is your boy Nana Poku Hitzfield. Please follow, like, share this video. And today, as I said, we have an action-packed show, and I'll be talking about a quote from the famous philosopher himself, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein said something, and he said, it is every man's obligation to put back into this world at least the equivalent of what he or she takes out of it. Now, let me say this once again. Albert Einstein said that it is every man's obligation to put back into this world at least the equivalent what he or she takes from it. Now, I will share my personal experience with the act of giving and how instantaneous God rewarded me. And I'll never forget that story. I keep sharing it. And today I feel my brothers have been getting so many messages from you guys. I am overwhelmed. I'm honored. Reunited Live, we are going places. A step at a time. Romano se hizo inundia. Siempre, siempre, un paso a la vez. Rome was not built in a day. A step at a time. Reunited Live, we are going to where we ought to be. So as I was saying earlier, we were having glitches with our internet. So we had to go off and come back again. And so my personal experience with giving back, the act of giving, and you shall receive instantaneously, is when I was working as a porter at Coconut Grove Regency Hotel. Now, I was on an afternoon shift, guys, and the afternoon shift was from 2 p.m. my time to 10 p.m. at night, right? So that month, I don't know, don't remember what I did, but I did a lot of cash stuff. So I was cash strapped, it was 15th of the month and I didn't have a dime on me. So that day on my way to work, I called my mom and asked her that if she could lend me some money so that I would give it to her at the end of the month when I got paid, So my mom lended me that money. And to be sincere with you guys, that money was exactly the lorry fare that will cover me until the end of the month, because I was paying fees. So I had paid my fees and I didn't have money for transport to work, It is one of those times, So as I said, my mom gave me the money and I had a towards work. Now, those of you who have been to Accra, the Dr. Kwame Nkrumah circle was refurbished. So, Coconut Grove Regency Hotel is around GBC area, So, I picked the car, and at Circle, I was walking in front of the library built in honor of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah at Circle. And I was approached by this woman who had like 6 children and was pleading with me that I should give them something because they hadn't eaten since morning. Now, I saw one of the kids was very, very lean, and it looked like they were really hungry. So out of my goodwill, I gave them money. Now, mind you, I had borrowed money from my mom in order to get to work. And I had calculated the amount of money I would need for that duration until I got paid. But then that woman's plight, the way she approached me, how the kids were looking and everything made me that sympathy in me that has been like that since I was a kid, So I gave this woman the money for food, and I went to work. Now, when I was in the bus to my workplace, I was saying to myself, Randy, Poku Hitzfield, you don't have money. Why should you give out? I was telling myself, but I did it out of gratitude for life itself. So I gave this woman this money and I went to work. Now, let me tell you the miracle God did at work, and I will never forget this, and I'll keep saying this testimony over and over again. As I said, we'll be talking about Manchester United in a bit, but guys, I need to share this testimony. Okay, so I was at work. As I said, the shift was supposed to start from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., right? So I was at work, we were working, and it got to around 9 p.m. So I had an hour left to leave work for the house, right? So then all of a sudden there was this walk-in guest, he hadn't booked with our hotel, but she just walked in, So normally what we would do is, because of how far my house is to the workplace, normally what I do is I try to go home a little bit early. I plead with my colleagues to cover me so that I can go home early, But this time around, what happened was, my colleague, he is called Ima, he still works at Coconut Grove Regency Hotel. I told him, Ima, can you please cover me? I need to leave early, otherwise I won't get a bus home, But Ima kept telling me to wait till it was 10 p.m. before I can leave the workplace. Normally he allows me at least to leave a little bit early because of where I live, how dangerous the community and the neighborhood is. So that day, I don't know what happened, but Emmanuel just wouldn't allow me to go home. So I kept pleading with him, Ima, can you please let me go home so that, I live in a dangerous neighborhood and it's almost 10 p.m. I don't want to get home late, to be starved. Sorry, to be stabbed in the middle of nowhere. But Ima kept telling me to wait until it was 10 p.m. before I go home. Now, this is where the miracle came in. Now, as I was about to leave, it was close to 10. There was this walking guest, she was an elderly woman and she checked in the hotel. Now, normally what Ima would have done was she would have attended to this lady, right? But Ima told me this is the last thing I need to do before I leave, because time was still not up. And I kept pleading with Ima. I kept pleading with Emmanuel, and yet he won't allow me to go home. So this woman went in and we had a call on the intercom. And I remember Ima said, go and listen to what the woman wants, Apparently the woman just needed the password to the Wi-Fi of the hotel. So then I went and punched in this password, and on my way going, she was a woman. She was a white woman, to be honest, and she was in her 50s, somebody in her 50s. And when I was leaving, she was like, oh, can you please punch in the password to my laptop as well, And I did that without prejudice, because that is my job. That is what I am trained to do, customer service at a hotel. And Coconut Grove, we give the best of quality and customer service at that time. And still, that is the hallmark of the hotel, So then, as I was saying, I had done all these password stuff and I was about leaving. Now, when I was leaving, this woman was like, oh, wait and let me get you something. And I will never forget this day. And heavens as my witness, this woman just gave me $100 for punching in the password to her Wi-Fi, Now, the $100 is almost like 1,000 times what I gave to the woman in needy earlier on that day. Now, God knew that although I didn't have money on my own, and that the money that I was up to the money I would need for transportation until I get paid, because God knows he gave me that same day, and he gave me times probably thousands of it, because I remember I gave the woman 10 Ghana cedis and I ended up getting $100, you know. And I remember it didn't dawn on me at first, but when I was in the bus coming home, it just dawned on me that, God, you said we should give and it shall be given unto you. Today you've shown me your grace, that you keep your word, and everything that you say you do it. So that is my personal experience with the act of giving. And anybody that comes across Nana Poku Hitzfield, you will know that I'm somebody that loves to give back. You know, if I have, I'm gonna give it all out without even thinking about it, because that is how I am wired, you know. So I will never forget this testimony, because I gave 10 CD and that same day I was given $100, and I changed it and I got about 500 CDs or 600 CDs at that time. And it was one of the best days of my life, because normally you can help somebody at the hotel and that is your job. He or she is not obliged to give you something in return, you know, because at the end of the day, you get paid. You can be working, you can carry so many stuff for somebody and the person won't give you a dime. So to punch in just passwords to the Wi-Fi she was entitled to and get $100, I will never forget that day, and I keep praising God, and that is my testimony. So, as Albert Einstein said, you know, let me repeat what he said again. The quote is, "It is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what he or she has taken from it." You know, so what it literally means is, if God blesses you with so many things, so much money, you need to give back to people in needy, and that is what sustains this planet, and that is God's work, guys. So we're talking about giving back in Nana Poku Hitzfield. I've been saying this for quite some time now. Now, if you're an African and you're a Manchester United fan, this is certainly the place to be. Now, we are giving the opportunity to 3 lucky fans this year, probably early next year or this year. We are still waiting for a bit of funding. We've completed 50% of the process already. We are picking one person from Ghana, one person from Nigeria, and one person from Tanzania on an all expense paid trip. Reunited Life funding it, an all expense paid trip to Old Trafford. We want to go tour Old Trafford, go to the museums, go to a match day. Everything will be captured live on video. We will put it on Reunited Live. And that is what I want to do for Africans and for Manchester United fans, you know. So if you are an investor, as I said, I have a meeting. That is why I have started the show a little bit early today. You know, normally I do it at 2 p.m., but I have a meeting to attend to. You know, we are still talking to investors. You know, as I said, 50% of the work is done. We want this to be a family. As I said, my dream is to visit all 54 African countries before I die. I keep telling the Most High, I keep telling God that he should grant me long life so that I can help my fellow humans, you know. And this is my dream. I want you to feed your dream into my dream, guys. This is Reunited Life. As an African, if you're Manchester United, feed your dream into my dream. You can be the lucky person that gets selected to go watch a game at Old Trafford and stay in England. We will tour England for 1 week. Guys, this is a journey of a lifetime. And all you need to do is be a top fan on Reunited Life. Now, somebody might ask or may ask, how do you become a top fan on Reunited Life? Now, you guys can keep sending me messages. I'll read it live here. I want this to be interactive more interactive. Uncensored Friday is for you guys. It is my day. So I want to talk about Manchester United, and I want to talk about life in general, because life in itself is very, very simple, but things get complicated along the way. So as I was talking about the reunited shock prize show that we are bringing, we are picking one person from Ghana, one person from Nigeria, and one person from Tanzania. Now, this is something we want to be doing every year. We want to be doing this every year. So keep interacting on the page, subscribe to our channel, and earn that top fan badge. Because when we are doing the draw, it means that you are one of our loyal followers, and we are going to pick people in the top fans, and it just might just be you. It just might be you. It just might be you watching me right now. So follow, like, and follow our page, and share our content, share this video if I'm making sense to you. And even if I'm not making sense to you and you're an African, you need to share it. Yes. Even if I'm not making sense and you're an African, you need to share it. You need to like it. The name is Poku Hitzfield. You can simply call me Venom. Okay, so now let's talk about Manchester United now. Excuse me, I have a thing for coffee because I work a lot. And I tend to need coffee sometimes. I don't think I'm getting addicted to it, but I'm close to that. I'm close to getting addicted to it. So as I was saying, Manchester United staff now, and Erik ten Hag, has resumed, or not resumed. I don't think resumed is the correct word to use. Has started working for Manchester United already. He terminated his contract in order to begin work at Manchester United immediately. And that is a hallmark of somebody who wants to get things right before the start of the season. And I must recommend Erik ten Hag on that. There is so much to do at Manchester United. And yesterday he was spotted at the Mayfair offices in London. We have, I think, a post of that on Reunited Live already. So Erik ten Hag is in England. He is working on transfers. And one thing that Erik ten Hag is well known for is how well he improves players. Erik ten Hag is a manager who improves players. So we are hoping a few people who have been stagnant, like Jadon Sancho and now Marcus Rashford. There's been reports he wants to be guaranteed a certain number of games with the World Cup coming up. Nobody should guarantee Marcus Rashford a particular number of games so that he can go to the World Cup. He needs to earn the right to play for Manchester United. And that is something that is missing with this current crop of players. Now, you need to earn your place in the starting 11. So these talks are what baffles me and irritates me a lot. Actually, to think about the fact that Marcus Rashford will even, I don't know how true it is, whether he said it, but there's been reports he needs guarantees. You need to earn to play for Manchester United. Now, I said this a couple of weeks back that I think one thing Erik ten Hag can do to show that he is in charge at Manchester United is to sell Marcus Rashford. I wish Erik ten Hag has the guts to sell Marcus Rashford. Now, do you know what that will send to the rest of the squad? Manchester United selling Marcus Rashford this summer will say a lot about how Manchester United wants to approach things. Selling Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford, it will tell Alejandro Garnacho, it will tell Anthony Elanga that you can be Mancunian born and bred. You can be from the academy. If you don't perform, Manchester United will get rid of you. That is the message selling Marcus Rashford will send through the academy. You don't You shouldn't be told the number of games you will play for Manchester United. You need to earn the right to play for this big club. So I hate it when I hear stories about Marcus Rashford needing assurances before he stays at Manchester United. Now, first of all, we've had these players at Manchester United, and they've look at this season. This season has been in shambles. It is a season where we've had 3 managers, and yet it is, come on, guys, our lowest points in the Premier League season. And we've conceded more than, I think Norwich is the team that we've not conceded more than. Norwich, a relegation team. So this new era don't need this mediocrity of players. If a player wants to play for Manchester United, he needs to earn the right to play for Manchester United, not be guaranteed the number of games he or she will play. This is supposed to be the biggest club in the world. So guys, spare me that blushing whatever with Marcus Rashford. He doesn't need to be guaranteed games. All the players in the squad currently need to earn their place to play for Manchester United under Erik ten Hag. And that is what I hope that Erik ten Hag can instill into these boys. Make them respect him, that at the end of the day, if you don't perform, you are not gonna play for this great club. And I think supporters and fans understand these things. So many things. And as I said, Erik ten Hag is well known to be somebody that improves players. So we are hoping that he can improve players, and so that we can play as a team, the cohesion. Manchester United players need to start playing as a team and not rely on individual moments. Now I remember Josh Flanagan at Liverpool, during Suarez's days. This guy was so good. He was so good. But where is he now? So managers change his players. A manager can make you play the best football you've ever played. And another manager can suppress your talents, and then everything goes downhill. So Erik ten Hag is well known to improve players, and that is what we are hoping for next season. Improve a whole lot of these players, and we are getting rid of so many players as well. Look at Joelinton at Newcastle. To be honest, I am one of the first. I'll raise up my hand. Joelinton, I used to talk about him all the time. I wonder, I kept telling people, is Joelinton really a Brazilian? Because I just couldn't see why Joelinton is playing in the Premier League, because I felt like he lagged everything. But look at this season, he has proved me wrong, and that is what I want to hear about Marcus Rashford next season. I want him to do the things he used to do that got him to where he is now. Keep running. Don't stop running. You have the pace. Defenders are always frightened about a pacey player. Ask any defender on earth. If the striker or the attacker has lots of pace to burn, they are always frightened. Why has Marcus Rashford stopped taking on players? Use your pace. That is your weapon. Don't be passing the back. Don't be passing backwards, Marcus Rashford. When I see him doing that, I hate it. Look at Sadio Mane, for instance. He keeps coming at you all the time. So that is what we want to see. Hopefully, Marcus Rashford next season under Erik ten Hag. Unfortunately, they've taken the lights off, but let's continue the show. So Marcus Rashford next season, we are hoping that he goes on to become the player we think he can be, and hopefully, as I said, we win something next season. Now, also this week, Kobbie Mainoo signed his first professional contract with Manchester United. He has Ghanaian roots in him, so I'm rooting for him as well. His parents are from Ghana, So I'm hoping that he keeps going from strength to strength. He keeps going from grace to grace, and he keeps performing in order to stay at Manchester United for a very long time. Now, also this week, or from the last time we were on Uncensored Friday, Cristiano Ronaldo was ignored for the Premier League Player of the Season award shortlist. And it is mind-boggling to see that Cristiano Ronaldo, who has 2 Player of the Month awards, is absolutely, it's actually a joke that Cristiano Ronaldo was not included in that shortlist. And we had Jared Bowen and Bukayo Saka and James Ward-Prowse in that list. How can you tell me somebody wins Player of the Month twice in a season and doesn't get nominated for the Premier League Player of the Season? He should be in there somewhere. So I've said what I need to say about that. And let's talk about players that are actually winning awards. You know, Alicia Russo and Ella Toone. You know, that lady, you know, Ella Toone and Alicia Russo. They've been nominated for the PFA Fans Player of the Year award. You know, the Manchester United women, and I hope one of them wins. And earlier on this week too, Ella Toone, the same Ella Toone, and Bruno Fernandes received the PFA Community Champion Award. That is an award that is given to recognize players that support the Man United Foundation and support in the local communities, you know. So congratulations to Bruno Fernandes and Ella Toone. I hope I got her name right. You know, she's such a beautiful lady, and she plays football well. And actually, you know, she has a good heart too, because she won an award that has to do with helping. You know, we just spoke about giving back, and somebody like Ella Toone, you know, congratulations. And those people have been a bit of the bright side to this season. You know, this season, as I said, the men's football has been in shambles, right? The under 18s have given us a bit of dignity to at least walk as Manchester United fans with our shoulders high. Guys, I hope you can see I'm sweating a lot. They just took off the lights, you know. Man, it's been a problem since yesterday. I hope they are working on it. But if they are not, then I need to end the show pretty soon, because then I'll be sweating all over the place, and I don't want to do that live, you know. So we are saying Reunited Shop Price, we almost 50% is done. We are still talking to investors to invest in Reunited Life. We want to give you the best of quality news, entertainment, and also give you shows that will give back to the communities in Africa and across the world. You know, I want to travel all the world talking to Manchester United fans and getting to meet new people. You know, that is why I speak Spanish. That is why I speak Deutsch. I speak English. So literally, I think I can go anywhere in this world and at least communicate. And that is the dream I have. And I hope you saw your dream into my dream in order for us to make this happen, guys. Unfortunately, I'm sweating profusely because the power is out. Sorry, guys. You know, so as I said, Erik ten Hag has started working already, and a few outgoings have been reported since yesterday. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Phil Jones. It is almost official that Phil Jones will be leaving the club. Now, I don't want to talk about Phil Jones because he's literally been non-existent in this Manchester United squad. You know, Phil Jones, I don't know how come Phil Jones had a new contract at Manchester United. And we are happy that this nightmare is ending soon and he is leaving the club, as it's been reported since yesterday. And also Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, when it comes to Aaron Wan-Bissaka's issues, guys, I've been saying this. I don't know how come Manchester United scouted through 50 right backs in the Premier League and across the world and came up paying 50 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So in the first place, the whole transfer was wrong in the first place, and I'm glad it's coming to an end. Probably he will be leaving on loan, but what I'm hearing this morning is Manchester United wants to include a buy option in it, a buy option, so that after the loan ends, the team will be obligated to buy Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And look at how difficult Manchester United are finding it offloading a player we bought for 50 million pounds. You know, those are the mistakes that has gotten us to where we are now. You know, because the boy can't kick a ball, for crying out loud. He can kick a ball. He's a professional. Sorry. But in the modern game, in modern football, Aaron Wan-Bissaka's qualities is not that of a right back. I think he needs to change his position because he needs to be a number 6 or something. Because in the modern game, right backs are literally like the playmakers of every team. Look at Trent Alexander-Arnold. Look at what Daniel Alves did. Look at what Reece James is doing. You know, look at what João Cancelo is doing. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka doesn't deserve to play for Manchester United as a right back in an era where we've got so many good right backs in the world to scout. Excuse me. So hopefully we get our signings on this summer, you know, and it's been reported that Frankie de Jong and Jurrien Timber of Ajax are likely to be the first and second signings respectively. You know, Jurrien Timber and Frankie de Jong looks to be progressing really well, and they are players that can add quality. And yes, somebody on Wan-Bissaka will be quality. And the reason why Erik ten Hag wants Jurrien Timber is because of his ball playing skills, you know, and his ability to play as a right back, you know, so that he can probably be our Reece James or probably our João Cancelo. You know, hopefully he can have a similar impact as that. You know, so we are just hoping that these transfers will get in. And as I said, I need to get going because they took the power out. I'm going to town on a meeting. I need to change in a bit. Go get this money for Reunited Life, guys. We want to do so many things for this channel. And as a fan page, we want you guys to feel as a family. We want it to be Reunited Life family. So we want to give back to you guys. And I hope you share this video. Keep sharing our content because our insights are going up. And the more our insights are going up, that is where we can sell this company to investors to come and invest in the company so that we can bring you so many interesting shows that we have in mind. As you can see, you know, the lights are off, you know, and it is a bit difficult to buy petrol or gasoline in Ghana now, you know, because the prices are all over the place right now. So the plants are there, but we can't buy the gas for it, you know. So keep supporting this family, share our content. All you can do to support, I'm not asking you to pay anything. Keep sharing our content. The wider we are reaching, the wider our dreams will come true, and we can keep giving back to you guys, you know, by sending you guys to Old Trafford year in, year out, organize Reunited pub shows in stadiums across Africa and across the world. That is my dream. I want to interview Sir Alex Ferguson. I want to meet so many people. So your dream into my dream and help me get to where we want to be, you know, help Reunited Life, excuse me, Help Reunited Life get to where we want to be. You know, as I said, we'll be playing against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park on Sunday at 3 p.m. You know, we'll be bringing you the Reunited Pub Show. We'll be closing the season at a pub called the Pakis around Awoshi. So if you are in Ghana, you are in Accra, head towards Awoshi. We'll be closing the season at the Pakis at Awoshi, Anya Market area, you know. So get there. Let's make it a memorable show, you know, Reunited Pub Show. I will be there, of course. Josiah Kwe will be there, and we'll get another Manchester United fan on board, and we are going to discuss the season, everything that has happened, and we are going to close the season on Reunited Pub Show this Sunday. So stay tuned on Reunited Life. Reunited Life, we are reunited for that Red Devil inside us. All across the globe, we are reunited for that Red Devil inside us. If not for Manchester United, we won't be friends, you know. You won't be following Reunited Life. So it is because of that Red Devil inside us. That is why we are reunited, and we want to give back to you guys. So keep sharing this video. Keep subscribing to our channel on YouTube and across all social media platforms. The name is Reunited Life. Help us help you guys, you know. I'm sweating profusely, guys. I told you the power just went off, man. But unfortunately, and I have nothing to do with it because the prices of gas is so high in Ghana right now, as I said earlier. You know, so I'll be leaving you guys. See you same time next week on Uncensored Friday Live. Guys, I want Uncensored Friday to be my show. I wanted, even if I'm sick in bed, we will do Uncensored Friday. So this is the chance where we can get interactive. We can be a family, sending your comments, share your own personal, opinion? No. Share your own personal story and testimony about this phrase, give and it shall be given unto you. Have you given to somebody and in turn, God has given back to you? You know, as I said, Poku Hitzfield, my journey in life has been some way. You know, I've been everywhere. I've done so many jobs. You know, this picture right here is when I was a teacher. Let me tilt the camera a bit so you can see. You know, I was a teacher, you know, so I didn't have this on at that time. But, you know, so as I said, see you same time next week. The name is Poku Hitzfield. You can simply call me Venom. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring anybody on live here, but you know, we'll be doing that. We want to get it exciting and interactive, you know. So Reunited Live, we are reunited for that Red Devil inside us on Uncensored Friday. See you same time next week. The name is Poku Hitzfield. You can simply call me Venom. Glory, glory, Manchester United.